Welcome to the Elevate the Vibe podcast, bringing you juicy convos with thought leaders discussing the wild world of parenting.
Boo. Oh, do you like what I did there? Can you boo for me real quick?
I'm a little too terrified.
Okay, I'm Jason. I'm your host of the Elevate the Vibe podcast. With me always is Garth. Katie Berlin, who is the co-host of the Elevate the Vibe.
Let's call it for what it really is. The founder of the Elevate the Vibe podcast
the
over here.
CEO / president / founder / Katie Berlin.
This week, we are talking about my favorite holiday, Halloween. Ooh. This year, Halloween falls on a Saturday.
The one fucking year it falls on a Saturday. And we're not going trick-or-treating.
There is also a full moon. Like, how amazing is this lineup for Halloween? Now, Jason just jumped in there.
Sorry.
And as he mentioned, we're not going trick-or-treating. To give context around that, trick-or-treating has been banned in LA this year.
Boo. Literally.
Yeah.
Like what I did there?
It's creepy as fuck. Last year, we did go trick-or-treating with our son. His very first real trick-or-treating experience where he got to walk up to...
He was so cute.
He was a lion last year.
He had a tail.
There's no context around being a lion. It was just...
He was just a lion.
That's it. Right. Just like one of those costumes that you make your kid, wear because it's cute. The year before, his very first Halloween...
He was an ice cream sandwich.
It was so cute. It looked like a little cookie with sprinkles on it.
The sprinkles were what made it, really.
And he was the ice cream in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, as we mentioned, no trick-or-treating in LA. Our son is not a big candy person. Thankfully, I eat all chocolate and sweets before they even leave the bag of...
I think you eat it in the plastic, yeah.
To get to the cabinet or the Amazon drop-off bag before it gets into the cabinet. So nobody in this house needs to worry about sweets. And for context around this, I'm also pregnant right now, 8 months pregnant. Yeah, maybe by the time this airs, I'll be 9 months pregnant. But anyway, very pregnant. And I just love sweets in general anyway. Chocolate, to be specific. Chocolate peanut butter, if you want to get real specific. But regardless of if it's for the candy, really the whole experience of trick-or-treating and just seeing people dressed up in costumes, going around the neighborhood, seeing all the cool decorations on the various homes, it's a fun experience. It's just a fun time, and we're so bummed that we're not able to do it this year.
It's a positive time to go out into your community and meet someone you might not have met before and just celebrate the kids, and it's something that we're going to miss this year.
So I'm trying to figure out how we're still going to celebrate it. And in the neighborhood that we live in, there's a specific area that's very flat, and all of the homes are very accessible. It's very easy to get to. Our home is gated. There's not a lot of trick-or-treaters in our little specific enclave. But in the neighboring neighborhood that's just 100-yard walk away, it's so accessible. So I'm thinking we'll probably still dress up. We'll probably still walk around. There won't be candy, and that's okay because our son doesn't really get that concept right now. But we want to know from the audience, how are you planning to celebrate this year? Are you going to have a party at your home? Are you still going to let your kid dress up and express themselves? What is your ghoulish way of bringing in this fantastic creepy holiday on a full moon?
And Vibe Hivers, I'm going to just let you in on some little creation that I've made in my own mind that would totally cure this whole COVID pandemic from ruining our Halloween, and that is the candy catapult. Basically what you do is you sit at your front door and you wear your glove, you reach into your fun-sized Snickers bags, and you have a nice little catapult or slingshot, however you see fit, and the kid stands there and... The kid doesn't even have to touch the candy. He doesn't have to reach. I mean, I guess he could say trick or treat from 10 feet away, 6 feet at least, and, open up their bags and make a fun game out of it, a candy catapult. And if you happen to hit them somewhere, it's just candy. It's not going to hurt them that bad. I mean, maybe you don't throw stale milk duds at them or something, but I think a kid can recover from a Reese's in the lip. I don't know.
I was going to say, if they lose an eye, then their Halloween costume is a lifelong Halloween
Then
costume
they're a
from
pirate forever.
the Candy Catapult.
The Candipult.
The
Yeah.
Candipult.
It's a great idea. I wish that someone would have reached out to me earlier for this because I could have single-handedly saved Halloween. But, that's why I'm just stuck in this office and elevating somebody's vibe somewhere.
We are so curious how you're celebrating, what your thoughts are on trick-or-treating, giving your children candy in general. Do you let them go ham on their Halloween candy or do you space it out? If you are trick-or-treating and this is something that's a concern to you, are you going to quarantine the candy for like a certain period of time and then let them have it? Or are you going to buy a bunch of candy and then like throw away everything that they get and then give them candy that you know is safe? Like, we want to know, how are you managing this? How are you keeping the treat in trick or treat this year?
Well, regardless of what you're doing, we hope you have a spooktacular time.